Welcome to Pimpy's Investment Chat, where we keep investment talk simple. And here's your host, Pimpy.
What is going on out there, peeps? All right, so let's go back to the video that I did with Dr. Pruitt and Mel Carmine here and respond to your comments and questions that you guys have down below. Now, when I was doing this video, it wasn't any kind of attack on Dr. Pruitt. I actually like Dr. Pruitt. She seems like a really sweet person. Although I don't agree with everything she's saying, she seems like a good-hearted person. But many of you asked me about this guy, and I'd not heard of him before, and then you guys sent me a link to his video. I started listening to it, and everybody wanted my opinion. And so when there is at least 3 or more people asking me about a certain individual, that's why you'll see me do a video. And so I wanted to respond to what he had to say because it was drawing some confusion, and I wanted to make sure that we were on the same page. I wanted to make sure that you guys understood what it was he was saying versus the reality of things, okay? So let's go ahead and respond to your guys' comments, okay? Before we get started, do me a favor and hit the thumbs up button. And if you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I certainly do appreciate it. If you're thinking about buying gold and silver, head on over to our friends at Money Metals Exchange. The link will be down below in the description. If you are a first-time buyer and you spend more than $100, use promo code PIMPYSILVER. Yes, it has changed. PIMPYSILVER. So if you're watching this video and it's an older video, make sure you check on current videos because the code is going to be changing from time to time from now on. Also, I can be found on other platforms. Everybody knows I have my own website, Pimpy's News Network. Over here, I post videos that I can't get away with over on YouTube. Also, I have a group on Facebook called Pimpy's Investment Chat. Over here, we do talk about gold, silver, cryptocurrencies, as well as foreign currency investments. Come on over here and join us. It's free to do so. You can also come follow me on Twitter, MeWe, YouTube, and Odyssey. The links for all these platforms will be down below in the description. So for whatever reason, if I get removed off of one platform, you could find me on the others. All right, let's get going. Pimpy, I've been listening to you for 8 months now. Glad I found you. Thanks for your insight and setting the record straight. No problem. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Look, you know, there's a lot of times that people are out there and they're saying this and they're saying that. They're just misinformed. But whenever somebody does set the record straight and they continue down that path of bullshit, to me that means they don't have any good intentions with you. Although they'll talk about they speak to God and God this and God told them this and all that, or, you know, they got this insider person, whatever, okay? But if you had all that, then you would know the truth. Now, I'm not going to talk about something I don't have any clue about what I'm talking about. The XRP, I've done so many videos on those cryptocurrencies that are involved with creating a central bank digital currency. And that's how come I knew about it. So he claims to be helping the little people. Well, if you're truly helping the little people, then tell them the truth. And the truth is, XRP is not a good crypto to be involved in. Anybody that buys XRP or any of those other cryptos that are contributing to the ISO 222 and the creation of the central bank digital currency, then you're contributing to what their agenda is overall. And you just have to look into the World Economic Forum to find out what that agenda is. Their agenda in the end is to enslave every person out there. And that's not exaggerating. Good that you bring receipts to the show and not just talk some fluff and blow hopium up the butts of everyone that's listening. Yeah, I want to make sure that I absolutely prove what I'm saying. You know what I mean? So in most of my videos, when I'm talking about something, I usually do bring the receipts. I will leave the links down below where you guys can go to what it is I'm seeing and reading and look for yourself. This way, then you can draw your own conclusions from there. The one thing you'll notice about my particular platform is I do the research. There's no doubt about it. Thanks, Pimpy, for exposing these broken leg con folks way over time. Yeah, I mean, look, it's you guys that bring a video to my attention. Usually if one person does, I'll answer any questions that they have. If 2 people bring the same video, I'll answer any questions that they have. But when 3, 4, 5 people say, hey, what do you think of this guy? Okay, well then I'm going to respond in the video So this way then it answers all of the questions that might be out there. People like Mel are why I watch people like you. I appreciate that. All progress takes place outside the comfort zone. Yeah, I mean, that's the truth in more than one way if you think about it. Hey, brethren, many blessings. So happy to see you and sorry for your losses this year. So, yeah, 2020 was an interesting year. 2021, man, one punch after another. 2022, man, it's just been crazy. And so far, 2023 has been all right, besides the fact that I had to start a new YouTube channel. But, man, it's been a crazy last couple years. But I don't want to sit here and whine about it because I know a lot of people out there are going through the same struggles. It's really crazy. Now, I lost my mother, then 2 weeks later, my sister, then my damn dog. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? It's just one thing after another. And there's a lot of other things going on that I haven't shared with people. But one day I sat up and thought to myself, good Lord, man, why am I going through all this? And it just dawned on me that there's definitely a spiritual war going out there. And you have to be prepared for it. So anyways, I am back to stacking. I enjoy collecting gold bonds as well as silver. I often refer folks to give you an ear. Thanks for being a true bro. As for the crypto guy, look at his chair. Hey, look, man, whatever feels clever for these people. If they want to feel good by getting a big chair, get a big chair, man. You know, just as long as whatever you're speaking about, be truthful, okay? Look, I talk about things sometimes that are not popular at all. But it's not about being popular. It's just trying to inform people out there what's really going on and how to be prepared for it. I give people suggestions, and whether or not they want to take me up on these suggestions is up to them. But I do appreciate you guys. You know, without you, this isn't successful. So thank you. Just thought you might want to know, Pimpy, my 9-year-old son understands you and PMs better than my own wife. So I just gave him 2 Buffalo silver rounds from MMX for his birthday. I'll congratulate on that. Tell him happy birthday. I'm not sure when that was. But the silver Buffalo coins are really beautiful as well. The gold has such unbelievable detail. Having said that, I'm not shy about the silver ones. I also have several of the silver Buffalo coins. There's just something about them. They're really beautiful coins. I'm glad your son is involved in stacking. She just won't understand or believe me as to what's coming. Nope, no way. But I'm doing everything I can to stack gold and silver on my limited budget. Hey, look, here's what I say. Do all you can. You know, if you got a limited budget, then take whatever you do get and work with it. There has been so many people over the years that hear me and they just, before they even get started, they can think of nothing but one negative thing after another. And I've told the stories many a times. I had a lady and her children. She had 3 of them, 2 boys and 1 girl. They were collecting aluminum cans, taking those cans and flipping them into silver coins. And the stack started getting really big. Then the mom got really wise. She started using the can collecting as a way to motivate them to do their homework. The last I heard, they were doing exceptionally well in school. And they had close to 2,000 ounces of silver. And I was like, wow. They have family members. Whenever holidays come up, whenever their birthday comes up, they always tell people to buy them silver. And they are really high on it. And she's taking this opportunity to teach them about saving, about money, about investing. It's a great learning tool when you teach your children about stacking. You teach them about how to fight against inflation, how it keeps its purchasing power. I mean, there's all kinds of things you could teach them. I've done the example with my own kids about how gold and silver hold their value. I did the example about the house that you bought in 1930. With the same amount of gold today that you used back then, you can still buy a house today. As far as silver is concerned, when it comes to work being paid in silver, it definitely has held its purchasing power as well. And I've done that example many a times. So your children being involved, this is a perfect time. And I understand that sometimes the spouse doesn't agree with everything. And they're just being cautious about everything is all it is. And I understand that. But you do what you can with your limited budget. And more power to you. I had another lady that gave me that whole speech about the rich get rich and the poor stay poor. Then I went ahead and did a video called No Excuses. And I gave some suggestions to people about what it is they could do to help generate some more income. and then take that money and invest it into gold and silver. There's many of us who got a damn treadmill out there that we use for drying clothes and not running on it. I said, have a yard sale, sell that thing, collect cans. That's what the kids are doing. She took my suggestion on getting a second job, and she was telling me that when she first started, she was tired, very tired, but once that first check came, she was excited, and every dang penny of it went to buying gold and silver. And then as soon as that first package came through the door and she opened it up and saw those silver coins, she was excited. The silver coins were so attractive to her. After that, her part-time job, she was more excited about more than her primary job. And the last I heard, she was about, whoa, God, it had to be over a year now. She's still working there, and every dang penny that she gets from that job, she puts into precious metals. Because if you guys remember her story, her first job she was working allowed her to pay her bills and have very little wiggle room. Very little, so she could invest. So she did get that part-time job, and she has been doing the 2 jobs ever since. And over time has collected a huge stack of silver. I mean, it's big now. So it's funny because I joked and said to her, you're going to catch me pretty soon. So there's no excuses, man. You have to find a way, somehow, some way. And even if you can only afford 1 ounce, and go to it, But I'm glad to see that your 9-year-old son's involved. That's awesome to hear. There's something about Mel Carmine that my gut does not trust. I feel Dr. Pruitt has a good heart, means well, but is too trusting in other info. The throne chair gives me a weird feeling. Yeah, people keep bringing up that throne chair. I guess there's something about being humble in front of people, versus if you're just sitting there in the throne chair. When I was first looking at it, I couldn't help but look at the trim on it. I was like, there's no way in hell it could be silver. It definitely looks like silver. But yeah, I believe Dr. Pruitt has a good heart. You might be right. Some of the information that she's getting and relaying is not exactly, say what you want about it, but I believe Dr. Pruitt has a good heart. And I'm hoping that as she goes along and she learns things, that she passes that information on to people. This is a guy who knows the guy that knows the guy with the secret code.
I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude.
Oh my God, that's one of the funniest movies, man. I swear it is. I asked the good doc for proof on her video of something she was claiming, and she replied by telling me to check my attitude. Yikes. Maybe she's as good-hearted as we thought she was. That's terrible to hear, though. What would they say when another BS comes to be? We're seeing that now. I mean, I've had so many people I had to walk off the ledge. I mean, people listen to Simon and Charlie and all of them, and they're being told this date and this is what's going to happen. And some of these people took a risk, and it's, it's nobody's fault but their own, but they invested heavily based on something they were told by these people. And for whatever reason, they got so depressed that they're contemplating suicide. That's not what you want to hear. What you hope to do is keep people grounded and just tell them to hang tight. That's the best you can do and see what happens. Out of all the things I talk about, all the things, whether it's the dinar or the Vietnam dong or, cryptocurrencies, gold and silver, the one thing I am absolutely positive about is always gold and silver. And that's because of the 6,000 years of history with it. When it comes to cryptocurrency, that's really risky. And that's why I don't hold very much of it. I just gambled on some currency. I said, what the heck, go for it. And I used some discretionary funds. And if they work, they work. If they don't, they don't. But I don't invest money into cryptocurrencies. I used to. But the more I learned about them, the more I realized you don't want to be involved with them. That's just what I learned. But to each his own, I have wondered if all these people are hired by them and being paid off. I don't know. That's a good question. There is a group of them that call themselves truth seekers, but what they're peddling is not the truth. That's what gets me. Ripple is a corporation. Their interest in whether it's the old guard or the new guard, they want their product to function similarly regardless. And people who are genuinely intelligent, as Swartz and Garlinghouse, tend to be inherently good people who even put their lives at risk just to do what was asked of them. So there's no doubt that Swartz is a genius, man. That guy is on a whole other level. As far as Brad Garlinghouse, man, he's a salesman. Let's just be honest. That's what his job's to do, is to push the cryptocurrency. But to say that, they're good-hearted people and they're going to do whatever it takes to make their company successful, that just doesn't cut it for me, because you have to think about what we're talking about. The central bank digital currency, without a doubt, is going to be used to try to enslave every man, woman, and child on this planet. And for some of you, I know, oh man, that sounds crazy. No, it's not. We're being pushed into the central bank digital currency. So think about this. The crypto has an expiration date on it. If you don't spend it, you lose it. So how can you ever save? How can you ever start a small business? How can you ever retire? It keeps you in perpetual state of employment because you have no choice. Do you see what I'm saying? That's enslaving people. I do more business overseas than most. Yeah, domestically, if I need to send someone $1,500, I can use Cash App or Zelle. To use Bitcoin or Ethereum is cost prohibitive. But XRP and XLM can be transferred instantly and with effectively no incurred expenses. Even the traditional bank wire to my guy in the Middle East takes days and costs $40. But the smaller contractors in, say, Africa, I pay in XRP. What I'm saying is those who use the crypto or invest in the crypto are investing into this agenda altogether. Doc was Pimpy 3 years ago selling his crypto and the Iraqi dinar. How'd that work out for y'all? Well, first of all, I don't know how that is 3 years ago. I didn't even have a YouTube 3 years ago. Has it been 3? Nope, it's been 2.5 years. Close. But sure, there was cryptos that I like. And today I still like Ethereum. I do. I don't trust cryptos. And I told everybody, even though I have ones that I like, does not mean I trust them. I don't trust them. And I explain why. So I told people, look, this is something to take in consideration. The one thing that I always told people is, I don't trust cryptos, but I believe that cryptos had a small window of opportunity in which you can make money off of. And then I told everybody it would be July of, 2021? And by then I felt like everybody should sell their cryptos. But I was wrong. It went all the way to, November of 2021 and then crashed. So I was close. I knew there was a window of opportunity. And I mean, if you got out in July, like I was suggesting, then you did good. But if you held on too long, then you lost your ass off. So, I'm smart about cryptos, but yeah, I just, the ones that are dealing with the central bank digital currency, I don't want no part of. How long does a hair dye bet last? You wear it well. As far as my... Oh, God. It's so funny when I walk around in public, I can see people staring at me, and what goes through my mind is, no, I'm not. No, I'm not a damn liberal. You can ask me some questions, and I got a brain. It's funny. Oh, my God. I was listening to this woke TikTok girl blow up about what's really going on over there in Palestine, Ohio. It's just funny because the way she was talking... She was such a lefty. It wasn't even funny. But, yeah, it was a week long, and I think I'm done today or tomorrow. I wasn't paying attention. I've been so busy lately, I forget my hair is green from time to time. But, yeah, it's a week-long bet. So, damn crap out of my hair. Anything this guy ever says true? Who are you talking about? Mel? I'm not sure. I don't know. I never listened to it before. You guys know better than I do. If you're talking about me, yeah, everything I say is true. Maybe he's working with the government to help to enlarge it. Talking to the small g God. Yeah, it's funny because people said that before. There's a spiritual war going on. There's no doubt about it. All right, so here we go. Who gives you the know all but all? Who gives what? Who gives you the know all but all? It's weird how you have lately been turning on other YouTubers. Good luck with your negativity and hope you can come to your senses and drop the hate. Well, here's the thing. I don't hate anybody. I don't got the energy to hate people. As far as attacking or turning on other YouTubers, in the past I didn't give a crap about what other people were doing. But when there are so many people asking me about the individual, then I'm going to respond to them. Especially if I see that the information that they're sharing is false or wrong, then I'm going to say something about it. It's still up to you whether or not you want to listen to the guy. I'm not saying don't listen to him. Go ahead. I just think he's full of crap. And that was just my opinion. But as far as attacking other YouTubers, oh, I've been attacked many a times. But for the record, the only time I ever respond about what other YouTubers say is when it's brought to my attention. And rightfully so, because some of the things they're saying is way out there in left field. As far as who gives you the know all but all, I'm just born with that gift, I guess. The doctor is wrong about everything. See, this guy looks like he has a fake mustache and beard. Yeah, man, you know, I usually don't say anything about kind of stuff like that, somebody's looks, but I saw that and I was like, the first thing that went through my mind is, did he draw that on there? I really thought it was drawn on there, but you know, that's whatever's clever. All monetary systems, fiat, crypto, precious metals, etc., can and has been used in the drug market, human trafficking, and many worse things. Yes, absolutely it has. Absolutely. Because if you listen to the video, you hear him try to allude to the fact that Bitcoin in the past was used for some nefarious things. And that somehow XRP is the real deal Holyfield, and it's precise and it never makes mistakes. And how dare anybody think that they would ever be caught up in that kind of stuff? It's just not true. And what Raymond's saying here is absolutely the truth. Anything that could be used as a form of payment has been used for nefarious things at one time or another. Anything valuable could be used both for good and bad reasons. Concerning this guy's friend talking to God, I would ask, who's God? This is God Almighty, the one true God, and then there is the God of the cabal, which is the devil, Baal, etc. You have to know who you're listening to and what their beliefs are to know what God they are referring to. Yes, exactly. Here's one thing I've picked up on a lot of these phonies. They learn quickly the key words to use, like patriots, Q, 17th letter movement, 45, Trump, God, religion. All those things are always included in the sham crap that they do. So, yeah, I noticed that as he was talking, I was like, yep, he's using all the key words I can see. And so I'm glad other people picked up on it. My question is, can they force money metals and other companies who hold assets for you to turn over all of your metals that they have stored? I don't trust anyone to hold mine. Thanks for staying grounded. So here's the deal. Can the government force these companies to hold your currencies or to confiscate your currencies? Of course they can. I don't want to say they can't. Okay? As soon as the government says that we're going to confiscate precious metals, boom, that day, if you have metals being held by money metals, that day they're out the door. Just for your protection. Now, me and Stefan talked about this, and I said, you know, what about my listeners that are storing things over there? What happens if somebody wants to confiscate them? He says the day they make the announcement is the day that everybody's inventory goes out the door. There's no ifs, ands, or but. They will be on your way to you. So this way, then, you have your metals. Now, what you do after you get them is up to you. So this way, then, it's not being confiscated, okay? Okay, Pimpy, fry this dude. Sounded like I heard a demon's voice over his. Yeah, seriously. The funny thing is this. I love how people go, oh, man, you're just hating on this person. Or, why are you talking so bad about these people? You don't get it. If I wanted to really go on there and really just torch somebody, man, I could rip it to people like you wouldn't believe. Most of this time, I'm just trying to be polite and just say, look, what is being said is not accurate. But there has been time where people have pissed me off, and then I've come unglued and just ripped them a new asshole. So, you know, that's happened. But for the most part, I try to keep my cool, you know, because, you know, like we said, some people might not know any better. And just in case they might not know no better, you know, you want to give them the benefit of the doubt. But after you tell them the truth and they continue, then they're just full of shit. How hard is it to say that Ripple is a company, XRP is a coin? It's an easier way to move money faster, cheaper. XRPL is, it was painful watching this guy trying to explain absolutely nothing about a new SWIFT system. Yeah. I know. As I watched him, he just kept going on and explaining and saying this. And you could tell he was struggling with his words, trying to explain more than just one subject. When he was asked about the lawsuit dealing with XRP, he just went, well, the new guard and the new stuff. And I was like, oh, God, he doesn't know. He has no clue what's going on with the lawsuit. That's just his way of just trying to get people lost in the words and not pay attention to his answer, which his answer is just bullshit is what it is. But yeah, I did notice that in more than one subject he got stuck. Yeah, he definitely looks like a dude that knows a dude, that plays a dude, that, you know. Anyways, I appreciate you guys chiming in. I'll get back at you later. I'm out.